know. They used to laugh at us, now we grinning, know. They used to tell me never in my life.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports. Hope you guys have had a wonderful holiday season. You can see them all in the holiday spirit over here. I'm KSpadeTheProspect.
I'm your boy, LeParis57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade, I know you wanted to do a midweek show this week, but we didn't do one, so we gotta touch base on the news. Some news that you guys may have talked about already. Some of the, but y'all ain't get Strong Arm Sports take on it. Y'all ain't get our take on it. So we gotta touch some things that happened early in the week, Spade. So I want to start off where I like to start off at, and that's the NFL. Look, can we go there?
Let's do it, bro. You caught me trying to take a drink. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I want to start off with Odell Beckham being suspended for trying to turn up on Josh Norman of the Carolina Panthers. Spade. Matter of fact, I'm going to just let you go because I know you got a lot to say about Odell Beckham and the Josh Norman situation. So, Spade, Odell Beckham, suspended. Go.
All right. You guys know I got a lot of respect for Odell Beckham's game.
Yeah, you listed him as one of the receivers in the top
five receivers right now. I played a little bit of wide receiver, like I said. I didn't play it at a very high level, but I played a little bit of wide receiver, and I got a really good appreciation for what he does out there. That being said, man, I lost some respect for that kid last week. And I wanted to, like LeParis said, I wanted to bring it to you guys in a midweek show. We just couldn't make it happen. It was a very busy week for obvious reasons. So this news is kind of old, and I'm going to try my best not to stay on it a long time. I don't care what people say about you. Regardless of whether or not you feel like they questioning your manhood or what, you cannot react the way he acted. And here's the thing. He said they questioned his manhood, and that's why he was kind of, playing out of character. But at the end of the game, the people who question his manhood don't look at him any more like a man today than they did before that game. If they felt like he was gay before that game, they probably feel even more so like he's gay after the game. Because he acted like a little girl to me. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep it a bean. He acted like a little bitch to me. And I don't care, man. I've seen guys go back and forth. Me and LeParis talked off camera. And I spoke with a lot of people that was in defense of Odell, which just blew my mind. I've seen receivers and DBs interact. I've seen fights. I've seen pushing matches. I've seen grabbing face masks and going back and forth. Doubling back down the field, launching yourself helmet to helmet at a guy not looking. To me, that's way, way beyond the guidelines of what's acceptable. To me, that I lost some respect for the guy. Am I saying it's over for him? Of course not. He's young. He can bounce back. Everybody makes mistakes. But for that time, for right now, I didn't like it. And I don't even know what he appealed the suspension for. You appeal the suspension and say, well, I appeal because I got the right to, but I know I was wrong. Well, what the hell you appealing? What can you appeal about it? If you know you wrong, take it like a man.
Let me jump in there. Because at first he said they walked on the field with bats and he felt threatened for his life. What did you feel about that?
I felt like that was a cop-out. I felt like it was bullshit. You see him with bats on the sideline. I don't care if he point the bat at you. And if he indeed said, I'm going to end your career with a bat. Did you really think he was going to come on the field and swing a bat at you once the game started and you didn't see where was the bat then, Odell? In his pocket? Mm-hmm. They put pockets on football pants now. Could he have hit it in his helmet? Where was the bat? All of this was just a BS cop-out. And I'm going to tell you something. So many people got respect for his game that he's got legends of the game in his corner. Dion made an attempt to defend him, and even Ray Lewis. I love Ray Lewis, bro. Ray Lewis made an attempt. Mm-hmm. He said, what he did was wrong, but I would tell him never let a man question your manhood. Shut him up with your game. Whatever happened to that? And I'm not saying that I would never lose my head. I lose my head a lot, but I don't ever lose my head to the extent where I'm trying to inflict bodily harm on a guy, especially a guy not looking. I mean, if I want to take you out, I want you to see it coming because I don't want no excuses when it's all said and done. I don't want to hear that you blindsided me or you cheap shot at me. That's just not how I get down, and I didn't like that. I really didn't.
Now, let me go. A cornerback is one of the most isolated positions on the field. We seen it before that game. We seen it with Dez and Revis. Dez and Revis, intense battle. They was going back and forth. They was talking. They was in each other's face. It was some face mask grabbing. Might have been a little bit of slap boxing. We seen that before with Dion and Andre Rison and Dion and Jerry Rice. We seen that. Right. We good with that. But what Odell did, I think Odell took it too far. And I want to say, a cornerback being isolated on that island by themselves, of course they're gonna pop. They're gonna pop shit, and they're gonna try and get you out your game. And Josh Norman, in my opinion, succeeded from the pregame, because the bat situation with Spade, I mean, you talked off camera, I cracked that code, what all that stuff was supposed to symbolize.
You sure did.
Way before we even recorded. I cracked that code. But Josh Norman, if his intentions was to throw Odell Beckham off his game by, testing his manhood and saying a bat symbolizes something else, and he succeeded. Because I'm going to tell you what, it was a play in the first quarter, Spade. Eli delivered a strike to Odell deep. It was a deep post. And guess who drops the ball?
Good old Odell.
Odell Beckham. I'm going to tell you how shocking Odell dropping the ball was. Eli was looking like, hold up, he didn't catch it? Like, Eli looked to the side like, hold up, he dropped it? Eli couldn't believe that Odell Beckham dropped that ball. And from that moment right there, and I know y'all going to be like, but he caught one late. Let me tell you something. That doesn't matter. If he would have caught if I'm not mistaken, the Giants put together a very nice comeback during that game. But you figure, if you set the tone early with that touchdown reception on Josh Norman, everybody was bigging this battle up. If you catch that touchdown, you don't know how the game would have turned out. But you dropped it. Maybe your team is like, Then Cam and them came out there and was on fire. And, it kind of takes the life out of your team. And I just... like I said, I was good with Odell. A lot of people said, well, Josh Norman slammed Odell, and Odell hurt his neck, so he was mad about that. I don't know, man.
If your neck would hurt, you wouldn't launch head first into somebody with a hurt neck.
Good point, Spade. And I'm a little bit of an old head, so I'm gonna go back to the old mantra: sticks and stones break your bones, but names would never hurt you, man. And Odell, he could have, all that crap Josh Norman was saying, he could have shut Josh Norman up very easily by going out there and put on a great game. But Odell, it's been reports that this isn't new with Odell. They said Odell was a bit of an asshole a little bit in LSU. When I was doing research for this topic, they were saying that he was speeding through LSU, and he just thought he arrived at LSU before he did. Now, I like Odell Beckham, and like you said, he's young. He's going to bounce back. Going to be all right. But Odell, this is a bad look for you moving forward, because now they know, all we got to do is say some things to Odell to get under his skin, and he going to react like this. So, and I'm going to tell you what, it's cornerbacks out there that ain't going to get, they don't care about how you feel and all. They're going to come right out there and talk slick and say some negative things to you that you are not going to like, and they're going to want to see how you're going to react. Odell, react the right way. Don't do no stupid shit like that, man. That's just absurd what I seen. I mean, I was just looking like, I can't believe what I'm watching. Like, it was funny, but then I'm looking like, man, this dude was raving and ramping up the sideline like a damn maniac, yo. I just don't know. I'm interested to know how you fans feel, and I know, let me tell you something. When people like you, I know they're going to be in your corner, and that's how I feel. The people that was taking up for Odell, they just like Odell, because ain't anybody that plays sports, if you get blindside hit like that in your jaw and you don't see it coming helmet to helmet, ain't no way you like, yo, that's the right thing. That's the right way to play, man. No way you can feel like that. But if they like you, they're defending you. That's what I think. I think a lot of people like Odell, so a lot of people defending him.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah.
You good? Yeah, let's move forward.
Yeah, I'm good. We can move on.
You guys know I always say that I'm right a lot. And when I'm wrong, I like to say I'm wrong. I may have been wrong about this guy, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, as of late.
You like that.
Oh, my God. He's been playing really good. And I got to say, I owe the dude an apology. I didn't feel like he even should have been under center. I still don't necessarily
hold on.
feel
Let me strong arm in here. Let me strong arm in. This is a first. This is a first on SAS.
No, it's not.
KSpadeTheProspect apologizing live here on SAS Podcast. hold up. Please bang the like for him apologizing. This is a first.
You just made me finish my drink.
Continue. What are you apologizing for? First of all, say you apologize to him again. I'm gonna
be parched at the end of the show. You just made me finish my drink. But seriously, Kirk Cousins has been looking amazing, man. He has been playing really good. I still, if it's up to me, maybe I'm stubborn. If I'm drafting and RG3 is available, I take RG3 before Kirk Cousins, but that's neither here nor there. The guy's been playing good. However, now you got another plot twist coming down the pipeline. Kirk Cousins' rookie contract expires next season, and the Redskins are on the books. They're on the record saying, we don't want to let Kirk go to free agency. And they're already talking about the possibility of having a franchise tag Kirk Cousins, which would be a $19 million move. LaParis, if you the Redskins, what do you do?
If I'm the Redskins, I'm getting one of them Colin Kaepernick type of friendly deals for me. You know, guaranteeing them maybe $19 million, maybe $20 million. One of them long-term franchise-friendly deals. I'm not franchising Kirk Cousins for $19 million for 1 year. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I mean, wow, is he the long-term answer for Washington? I don't know. He's having a good year, a good solid year. I think he leads the NFL in completion percentage with what, 69%, about 69%.
Yep.
And I mean, he's having a good year, but the Redskins are still 7-7 in a weak NFC East. I don't know if I commit to him long term. Maybe a short term franchise friendly deal. But Kirk Cousins, if he came out and said, you know what, I'm gonna weigh my options at the end of my deal. Like, I'm not signing anything, so we have to wait and see what happens. Maybe they have to break the bank for Kirk Cousins to be like, you know what, I gotta sign to stay here. This is just too much money to turn down, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this elsewhere. But for them to, I don't know, man. I don't know. The NFC East is weak. The Redskins are weak. They 7-7. They kind of trash, but they win in the division at this stage right here. So I guess I don't know if he's the long-term answer. But my question back to you is, Spade, what do they do if they like Kirk Cousins how they like Kirk Cousins? What do they do with RG3? Do they keep RG3?
They can't.
Just in case.
They can't.
They can't?
See, here's the thing. Kirk Cousins and RG3 was drafted in the same class. So RG3's rookie contract is about to be up as well. So you're in a situation where you're about to have to negotiate for both of their contracts. In my opinion, your team has rallied behind Kirk Cousins. I think RG3 is the better quarterback, but I don't think he's the better quarterback for that situation. Other Redskins don't even like RG3. They have rallied behind Kirk Cousins. If he's your guy, why RG3 got a little bit of value, and you guys have pretty much destroyed the value that he has. But while he has a little bit of value, you better put him out there and see if you can get something for him. I don't care if it's draft picks. Get something for him to help build around the team, because like LaParis said, regardless of the fact that Kirk is looking good, the team is still a 500 team. So, I mean, is that the quarterback of the future for you guys? That's the question.
I just want to say kudos to Kirk. He's been playing well, especially over the last couple games. He's definitely a better home player than a road player. Right. But you know what? Kirk took the opportunity, and he's going to make himself some money. So kudos to Kirk for stepping up and, helping the Redskins. At least it looked like, I know it's a game going on right now as we record, but at least it looked like they're about to win the NFC East. So kudos to Kirk Cousins. I'm interested to know if you're a Washington fan out there, what should the Skins do with Kirk Cousins? Should they sign him long term? What should they do with RG3? Is RG3 leaving? See, this is what I want to say, Spade. Do the Redskins try and keep RG3 to be like, you know what? Just in case Kirk, this is a fluke, because we done seen, Spade, this is the NFL. We done seen some 1 year flukes, some dudes that come out there. I mean, I remember Derek Anderson with the Browns 1 year. He cooked. He cooked. Yeah, so we done seen quarterbacks have one good year, get some bread, and then they be trash. I mean, look at Matt Castle. We had that decent year with the Patriots, got all that bread in Kansas City, and Matt Castle can't even throw, I don't know. But, I mean, I'm interested to know what the fans think. Leave your comments and thoughts below. You ready to move on?
Yeah, man. What else we got?
All right, man. So, Spade, I kind of wanted to go here, because it was a touchy subject for you when we was pre-gaming. It was like I said something negative to you. Like I tested your manhood. But I want to take it there. I want to talk about Russell Wilson and his hot streak, man. Russell Wilson, and got to give it to Doug Baldwin, too. Doug Baldwin has stepped up tremendously, and Russell Wilson out there throwing dots, and he's just been on this crazy 5-6 game hot streak, playing phenomenal. How do you feel about Russell Wilson? Spade, is Russell Wilson the MVP?
Hell no. If you can win the MVP after a 5-game hot streak, then they're going to need more than one MVP trophy. You're going to have to give out several of those a year. Russell has been the hottest player in the league over the last 5 weeks. Unfortunately, the football season has been longer than 5 weeks. Here's the stat that I thought you guys would like to hear. Russell Wilson has 19 touchdown passes in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
But the 9 before that, he's got 10 touchdown passes. So he had 10 touchdown passes in the first 9 games of the season. And then he got on a hot streak. So right now he's very hot. But I do feel like he deserves a pat on the back. Way to go, Russell. You finally got your shit together. I don't know what was wrong with you for the first 9 games of the season, but I'm sure your fans and your team appreciate you finally showing up. I don't know if him and Sierra are at odds right now, but he's clearly playing better. Sierra, stay out of his life. I don't know what's going on. But the MVP talk to me is just, it's blasphemous. It just goes on to show how many people don't want Cam Newton. Cam is by far the most deserving MVP candidate out there. Are there other candidates? Sure. It's got to be candidates. That don't mean they deserve to win it. Russ, hey man, he's playing good right now, LaParis, but come on. We all know. They was asking what the hell was wrong with Russ for 9 weeks. And now all of a sudden he's an MVP. Get out of here. That's crazy.
Now, I'm not saying Russell Wilson should be MVP. My MVP is Cam Newton. A lot of people MVP is Tom Brady. A lot of people are saying it's Tom Brady, but in my opinion, it's Cam Newton. Cam has done more with less, in my opinion, and a lot of people be like, well, Cam defense protects him, got him out of a lot of jams. What is the defense supposed to do? They supposed to let him score so Cam can get a comeback? That's just an absurd argument. Right. If Tom Brady was undefeated with the Patriots, people would be like, Tom Brady is, it's not even questionable that he's the MVP. Cam Newton is undefeated. He's undefeated. And you know what? It made me go back and look to when the Patriots went undefeated. The Patriots went undefeated, and I know I'm kind of changing the subject. I'm going to get to Russell Wilson in a minute. I'm just explaining why Russell Wilson is not the MVP and why Cam is. But I looked at the Patriots when they went undefeated. I think that was in 07 maybe. It was 07. And Tom Brady won the MVP. And I mean, they went undefeated, and he won the MVP. Cam Newton don't have a Randy Moss. He do not have a Randy Moss. And people, if you want to argue Cam defense, then you got to argue New England defense, because they had Ronnie Harrison, they had Seymour, they had Big Vince, they had Brewski. They were stacked. They had Vrabel. If I'm not mistaken, they may have still had Ty Law. If I'm not mistaken, I think they had Ty Law. They were stacked. They were stacked on defense. So if Brady deserved that defense with all that talent that was around Brady, then Cam deserved this one. And in my opinion, that's why Russell Wilson don't. Russell Wilson has been on this crazy hot streak, playing phenomenal. He has. But his team is still, if I'm not mistaken, 9-5. I think they 9-5. Cam Newton is undefeated. How do you argue undefeated? Man,
let me throw something to help make your point.
One more thing, Spade. One more thing, and then you go. Steph Curry has been tearing the league up. Everybody is saying right now that Steph Curry is the MVP. Like, I just don't understand how the best player on that team that's got the team on their back, not the MVP. And to me, that's Cam Newton. And it's just Cam Newton, in my opinion, man.
Also, man, to everybody talking about the Carolina defense, which has been playing phenomenal, doesn't change the fact that the Carolina offense is still the highest scoring offense in the league. The offense is still putting up more points than other offenses. So, I mean, unless that defense is suiting up and playing both sides of the ball, the credit has to go to one Cameron Newton. Let's move forward, man.
Hold up, Spade. One more point. Could you imagine if Ted Ginn caught every touchdown that Cam threw to him? Ted Ginn drop a touchdown pass every game. Yeah. Every game. Come on, man. If he caught all them, Cam's stats would be crazy. But he doesn't even have a number one wide receiver. And if you say Greg Olsen, Greg Olsen is a number one tight end. He's not a number one receiver.
Right.
But let's move on, Spade.
I just want to take this time to say that LaParis always blames me for the show running long, and I just want to let y'all know today it ain't me. But anyway,
it's you. It be you. Let's wait till we get on this next topic. It's you.
Everybody knows it's a farewell tour for Kobe Bryant, and this other farewell tour is kind of not being spoken about. It's kind of down low, but also in case you guys didn't know, 39-year-old Oakland Raiders safety Charles Woodson is hanging it up after this season, and LaParis and myself, we felt like he deserved a little bit of talk. This guy is a hell of an athlete, clearly because he still impacts the game at 39 years old. Yeah, this is a fun fact a lot of people may not know, but he is the last Heisman Trophy winner to not be a quarterback or a running back. And, you know, he carried that talent over into the league. He was once upon a time considered a lockdown corner, and when Father Time started to catch up with him, he became a safety that can definitely impact the game. So Charles Woodson, I feel like he's a eventual Hall of Famer. I think he's had a hell of a career, and I just wanted to give him my kudos. But LaParis, I'm sure you got something you want to say about Charles, right?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And I just want to say kudos to Charles Woodson because you want to know what? When he lost that step, he followed other great cornerbacks that moved to safety. He wasn't arrogant enough to be like, no, I'm a corner. I deserve to be paid like a top corner in the league. Charles said, you know what? I got to move. I lost a step. Let me move to the back end where I can see the whole field. Which, Spade, I tell you this all the time off camera. I say when a corner loses a step, just move to free safety. Just move to free. All you got to do is move to free. And you understand the game, so it slows the game down, and you can see the whole field. Everybody that played free safety know, no man deeper than you. You are the last line of defense, and Charles Woodson recognized that, and he's having a Pro Bowl season this year in his final season. In my opinion, he could still play if he wanted to. But what better way to go out than a Pro Bowl selection, one of the many that he's had. Definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer, and I just want to say thank you, Charles Woodson. You are definitely one of the greatest corners / safeties ever to play this game, man. Yes, and one of the most memorable things that I remember from Charles Woodson was back at Michigan when they played Ohio State to clinch the Rose Bowl. Charles Woodson returned the punt. It was either a punt or a kickoff. I think it was a punt. He returned the punt. And that pretty much broke the camel's back, and that was game. And Charles Woodson put the rose in his mouth and was celebrating with his team. With a team that Tom Brady was on, and he didn't even start. I think Bryant Greasy was the quarterback for Michigan at that time. And I mean, that's what, you know, Charles Woodson was great at every level. And I'm just glad I was able to see Charles Woodson play, man. What a better way to go out, man.
You know my most memorable moment.
Definitely one of the. Go ahead.
My most memorable moment, he is responsible for the tuck rule. A lot of people don't know this, man.
Yeah.
Raiders, Patriots. Tom Brady knows about him. He is responsible for that rule. And Tom, for the record, you fumbled. But anyway, let's go ahead and move forward, bro.
All right, let's move on. So, if Steph Curry needed any more awards, he just received another one. Steph Curry won Male Athlete of the Year today. And, I mean, it's like only what is it, the fourth time in 85 years, since like the 1930s or something, since an NBA player has won the award. Michael Jordan has won it, LeBron James has won it, Larry Bird has won it, and we can add Steph Curry to that name. How do you feel about Steph Curry, Spade, winning Male Athlete of the Year? Oh yeah, by the way, Serena Williams won Female Athlete of the Year. But let's talk about
I think Steph is deserving, man. We're watching history, man. We're watching a guy change the game of basketball. We're watching a guy play the game in a way we haven't quite seen it. And we've seen lethal three-point shooters, you know, for a while. But to shoot the amount of shots that he takes, the crazy shots that he takes, and still be as efficient as this guy is definitely something that I've never seen before. I'm all right with him winning it. It's a lot of people pissed they wanted their horse to win, but hey, you know, we ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I think it's a well-deserving award. He's definitely the man right now in the NBA, and not just the NBA. Like, he's a well-known figure now in sports. Like, he's just a well-known figure in sports. And I mean, he seems like he's a good person. I want to say seems because I don't actually know these people, so I want to say seems. He seems like he's a great person, and I mean, I think he's well-deserving. But I want to kind of want to strong arm something in here too against Spade. I don't know if you heard the comments that Mark Jackson made. He actually said that Steph Curry is hurting the game of basketball. Mark Jackson said this. So you may ask, like, why would he say that? Well, he said that he's going in high school gyms and these kids are not practicing fundamentals. He said that he's going in high school gyms and these dudes is running fast breaks, stopping at the three-point line, shooting three-pointers, not doing the fundamentally stuff like running the three-man weave. They ain't doing that no more. They stop it at the three-point line because they want to beat Steph Curry. Mark Jackson said, you are not Steph Curry. And he says Steph Curry is hurting the game of basketball. I want to get your thoughts on that, then we can move on.
Yeah, you making the show run long. I don't think he's hurting the game of basketball because at the same time, you can tell these kids they're not Steph Curry. But when Steph was coming along, y'all was telling Steph that he wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? When he couldn't get recruited by big time D1 colleges, we're gonna have to wade through a lot of trash players until we find that next diamond in the rough. But who knows? You know, basically what I'm saying is this: the game goes through trends, like with anything else. Right now, Steph has made the three ball the sexy thing to do. You know, when Reggie Miller was shooting threes like that, Reggie was the man, but not to this extent. And I'm used to seeing guys that want to cross over. You know, guys who trying to get their handles right. Guys who in the gym that just practice dunking. Just go to the gym and try to dunk. Like Darius Miles, who couldn't even dribble to get to the goal to dunk, but just could jump out the gym. So the game is going to go through trends. And right now, Steph is moving it to a way where guys want to shoot the three ball. If I'm a coach and I got a player in transition to pull up a three, he better make it. Because if he don't, he's sitting down beside me. But sometimes, you know, that's what you got to go through for the game to continue to evolve. It's all right.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The game is changing. It's not the same league Mark Jackson was in. And maybe Spade, that's not the league we used to. We used to back to the basket big, inside out. It's a pick and roll league. The game has changed, so the players got to change. That's what I want to say, man.
That's right. All right, y'all. I want to talk about our favorite player to talk about on this show, Kobe Bean Bryant.
Yeah, man.
Farewell tour for Kobe. Recently, Kobe came out and said that he was shocked once he saw All-Star votes. In case you guys don't know, Kobe is destroying the rest of the NBA in votes for the All-Star game. Everyone knows this is Kobe's last year. It's the farewell tour. He has like 200,000 more All-Star votes than Steph Curry. And the next person is LeBron. He's got double the amount of votes that LeBron has, which I believe is around maybe 400,000 votes.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that area. So it's not the first time we've seen this, but LeParis, how you feel about it, man? You all right with it?
I mean, at first, you know, I usually don't like this type of thing. But if the fan, you know, it's fan voting. If the fans want to see Kobe, put Kobe in the All-Star game. It's fan voting, let him in. You know what I mean? But I kind of find it hard because I'm like, well, if Kobe in it, then he's taking the spot of somebody that's deserving. But I mean, I'm all right with it. Ultimately, I'm all right with it because they want Kobe in the All-Star game. Hopefully, he's able to play and he's able to stay healthy. Now, knock on wood. And he's able to put on a great show. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Kobe ruin Michael Jordan farewell All-Star game? Like he was going for MVP or something when Michael Jordan was trying to get it. If I'm not mistaken, something like that happened. But I'm not mad at Kobe. I just was thinking, if Kobe gets in the All-Star game, though, is he taking a spot from somebody that's deserving? That was my question. But ultimately, I'm all right with it. If it's fan voting, if they want to see Kobe, put Kobe in the All-Star game, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all right with it for the same reason. This is not new. Ultimately, I got a problem with the All-Star selection process for the NBA. The problem isn't that people are voting for Kobe. I mean, it's a flawed system. It's been a flawed system. I remember Yao Ming getting more votes than anybody because all of China was voting for Yao Ming and Yao was injured. Yao wasn't even playing and Yao Ming had more votes than everybody. So the system is just flawed and it's been flawed. But this is Kobe's last year. Everyone wants to see him. I don't have a problem with him. Let the guy play.
Yeah, me neither. Put him in the All-Star game. It's been rumors out there that Kobe said he want to be on the next Olympic team. Put him in the Olympics too.
Now that's a little different.
You said it's a little different?
That's a little different.
I mean, he could be the 12th man, Spade. He don't got to play.
Yeah.
Kobe may just want the medal, champ.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to move on?
Yep.
All right, let's move on. We're going to move on to the Pick'em game. Got a good one this week. We're going to do Carolina Panthers versus Atlanta. No, we not. I'm bugging. We're going to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals going up to Denver to play the Broncos. Battle of the backups? AJ McCarron and Brock Osweiler. So, Spade, who do you got in this game? Who you got in this game?
All right. So, look, last week I said that I had a problem picking Brock Osweiler. And I picked the Steelers, and the Steelers won. I was right, again.
I picked the Steelers, too. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah. But, I was keeping my streak going. You just trying to get a win here and there. Me, I'm stacking these wins up. That's what I do. But I tell you what. It might be hard to pick Brock Osweiler, but it's way easier than picking A.J. McCarron. You know what I'm saying? Also, I like Denver's defense, so give me Denver. Give me Denver in this one.
I just refuse to pick A.J. McCarron. I'm not picking A.J. McCarron.
Sorry, AJ.
He gets the Dwight Howard treatment. Like, any team Dwight on, I'm picking the other team. Any team A.J. McCarron and his mother on, I'm picking the other team. So give me the Denver Broncos for that reason. Brock, go out there and cook, man. Go cook. Now watch AJ come out there and look like the GOAT. He gonna go out there and look like the GOAT.
I don't like him next week though.
Yeah. I'm definitely going Denver in this game. I'm definitely going Denver. So give me the Broncos.
All right, LaParis has tried his best to make this show run long, and I've tried my best to keep it short because I know y'all got stuff to do. So we are finally at the last segment for tonight's show. Today's show, should I say? You'll be watching it in the morning. And this is the segment that we like to call the Strong Arm Performer of the Week. It's a very prestigious award given out once a week. Essentially given out twice a week. I give out one and he gives one. It's a big deal. LaParis, who do you want to give your Strong Arm Performer of the Week award to, man?
It's easy. I'm taking the easy way out. My Strong Arm Performer of the Week go to Charles Woodson. I want to say thanks for the memories. Salute. You've been a champion on all levels. Charles Woodson is my Strong Arm Performer of the Week. I didn't even write his stats down because it don't matter. Charles Woodson is my Strong Arm Performer of the Week for his amazing career, man. So kudos to Charles Woodson. You are my Strong Arm Performer of the Week because of your career. Yes, sir.
I mean, that's kind of sappy. I got his stats though: 1,000 tackles, 65 INTs. Kind of sappy though. I like that. Me, I'm gonna give my Strong Arm Performer of the Week to the MVP of the NFL this league, man. This guy, the NFL of the league this year. This guy, Cameron Newton, had 5 passing TDs.
Oh, I thought you were talking about James Harden.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to start muting his mic when we get to this segment. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just mute his whole microphone. But Cam Newton had 5 TD passes for like the 3rd or 4th time this season. The guy is really jumping back there and making this look like the team. Yeah, he got people thinking Carolina is the team. And he's playing with guys that, I don't know, I don't want to say they ain't it, but they ain't it. Cam Newton's numbers, let me give you his numbers. 340 yards passing, 5 TDs, no INTs, 8 carries for 100 yards rushing on the ground as well. Ladies and gentlemen, your MVP and my Strong Arm Performer of the Week, Cam Newton.
I'm going to tell you guys something, and then I'm going to move on to my closing. Cam Newton is the football version of KSpade's James Harden. Cam Newton is Spade's football James Harden. Spade done gave Cam Newton Strong Arm Performer of the Week like 6 times this year.
It's been twice.
It's been like 6 times, Spade.
Oh my God.
Anyway, we want to thank you guys for watching as usual. If you new here, bang the subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds. If you're a regular here, hit the like button. You don't want to see our mugshots? We got audio podcasts everywhere on SoundCloud, iTunes, UPodOmatic. You can find us everywhere. This is the best sports podcast on the web, on the World Wide Web. You definitely need to tune in. If you're not, if your friends looking for a podcast, they at work, they bored, tell them, check this out. These guys be wild. Send them my podcast. We want to thank you guys for First of all, I want to thank you guys for an amazing year helping us build Strong Arm Sports. You know what I mean? The year is winding down. We're going to do we are going to do a midweek show this week, Spade. I know you don't like for me to say that. I know you don't like for me to say that. But we are, because we got to definitely touch base with the big games that's happening on like the 1st and the 31st. So we're going to do a midweek college football show. So you guys are not going to want to miss that. So if you don't want to miss it, bang the subscribe button as usual. We want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for an amazing year. Let's go into next year with a bang. And we'll see you guys next episode. Peace.